One reason I really believe in Denver is the way last season ended. Let's break it down. What I mean is they fired their head coach Mike Malone with 3 games left in the regular season. They headed into the playoffs in flux. All season the vibes were a mess. Very inconsistent season from that aspect, and for that reason, I was not expecting anything special from them come playoff time. And then they matched up against the red-hot Clippers post All-Star break. That team really found their footing. Kawhi Leonard was actually healthy. The Clippers were ranked 4th in net rating, 19-9 record post All-Star break. They truly don't get enough credit for rallying and defeating the Clippers. That was no easy task. On top of that, they put up the best fight out of all the Western Conference teams against OKC, while Michael Porter Jr. was playing at 50% for most of the series, and then Aaron Gordon had one hamstring by the time Game 7 started. They simply ran out of gas against a deeper team. Overall, heading into next season, looking at the rest of the West, I just believe in Jokic, Jamal Murray, Cam Johnson, and Aaron Gordon, the core 4, more than most teams. The only other team I trust just as much is, of course, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Also, throwing Christian Brown, another trustable player. Yeah, one of the best starting 5s in the league. I want to hear your opinion immediately. Are the Denver Nuggets healthy? If they stay healthy, are they the biggest competition to the Oklahoma City Thunder? Let me know below. But also, the feeling coming into this season throughout the team should be much more positive than last season, and that stuff actually matters. It's just hard to factor it in because we can't see it. And as a group, they should just have much more confidence heading into this season simply because they're just like the fans. Most likely Jokic to Jamal or whoever, they're saying, we had all that going on and still nearly beat the champs. We can do something special this year. Plus, they had a very good offseason. The main attraction is, of course, trading for Cam Johnson. He had a career year in Brooklyn, 18.8 points per game while shooting 39% from 3 on 7 attempts per game. I don't necessarily think he's way better than Michael Porter Jr., but I think moving forward, he's better for the Nuggets because they needed some type of change in energy. I think they became stagnant over the last couple of years in terms of their core, and just something different in that locker room can help them grow, in my opinion, and bring new meaning and life to the team. Of course, they will lose size and rebounding, but I think Cam Johnson brings another level in terms of basketball IQ. He's an upgrade in terms of feel and passing. It's not even about comparing them individually either. Getting off that $38 million MPJ contract is huge. It gave them flexibility. It allowed them to get multiple players, headlined by, of course, Cam Johnson, then Bruce Brown, and a nice backup 5 in Jonas Valanciunas, and a nice shooter, Tim Hardaway Jr. I think for the regular season, the Nuggets are set up the best they've been to survive the minutes without Jokic. He played a career-high 36.7 minutes per game last season. I know he's an Iron Man and he doesn't really get hurt, but the way he was relied on last season from that standpoint was not sustainable. Valanciunas is huge, and so far when he's been in a winning environment, consistently in his minutes, the team plays even basketball or actually wins his minutes. When he was with the Pelicans from 2021 to 2024, they had a plus 215 in the plus minus category with him. Now last season he went from team to team, so it wasn't as good. With the Wizards and Kings, they actually had a negative 10 net rating with him on the court and a negative 7.8 net rating with him off the court, but still not much of a drop off, and he will be around way better talent in Denver. It's clear on a good team he can be a starter, but on a contender he's definitely best served as a backup, but he's a good backup, and honestly just a huge upgrade from DeAndre Jordan, who you could get away with at times in the regular season, but he wasn't even an option at all for the playoffs. That's your main backup. I mean, come on. Valanciunas will allow Jokic to get his minutes back down to where they belong, so he has maximum energy when it matters most. So last season, Valanciunas played just 18.8 minutes per game. Despite that, he was averaging 7.7 rebounds per game. Rebounding and screening, that's what you can expect from him. And then the occasional pass, the occasional play finish opportunity. He's just a solid big, but he's nothing special. He just works and is ferocious on the boards and is another big body. And don't forget, they have another option, De'Ron Richaun Holmes. He's coming off an injury and will be a rookie, so his minutes and production is extremely unpredictable. However, he had a lot of hype before getting injured, mainly because he brings size and athleticism. 6'10" with a 7'1" wingspan. If he finds a role, then you have the option of Aaron Gordon and him tag teaming as a front court duo in the minutes without Jokic at times. Then you'll have a more switchable defense. Also, they lacked an archetype to replace Aaron Gordon when he needed a rest. Holmes can be that option and hopefully build the same type of chemistry with Jokic as the season goes on. Many forget, but the minutes without Aaron Gordon was a big issue during the playoffs last season. Duran is an archetype that was missing on the Nuggets bench. A young athletic big with potential that can play the 4 and maybe tag team with Aaron Gordon at the 5 depending on the matchup. I think the bench just has way more potential. Bruce Brown, if he can get back to averaging 11.5 points, 4.2 rebounds, 3.4 assists per game like he did the last time he was with Denver, that would be huge. I expect him to be around those numbers. I'm sure he's highly motivated for the homecoming. Plus, Tim Hardaway Jr. will be there. He was a starter for the Pistons who made the playoffs last season. He's not perfect by any means, but solid. 5.9 3-pointers attempted per game while shooting 36.8%. I think they should bring back Westbrook as well. If they don't, there is a hole on the roster in terms of point guard. I think they could use another one. Westbrook, Tim Hardaway Jr., Bruce Brown, Cam Johnson, and Valanciunas. Not a bad bench lineup during the regular season to give the star duo of Murray and Jokic, even Aaron Gordon, some rest. That lineup can compete and win minutes against most bench squads. Last season, Christian Brown was like the breakout player for the Nuggets, I would say. This season, I'm expecting Peyton Watson to be that. I think he's going to have a breakout season. He's one of the most underrated defensive talents in the NBA, and I would love to see him with Brown on the court together. I think that would really help out their defense on the perimeter. So per Basketball Index, he was graded an A for perimeter isolation defense, ranked 46 out of 569 players. Ball screen navigation, he was ranked 14th out of 563 players. Are you kidding me? Off-ball chaser defense, a measure of how well a defender lowers shot quality and suppresses attempts on off-ball screens adjusted for the average skill level of the offensive players guarded. A-, ranked 68 out of 559 players. You saw how OKC won the title. A bunch of defensive-minded, annoying Nats like Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, and Alex Caruso. Peyton Watson has potential to fit into that mold. I think Denver should set him free and live with the ups and downs offensively. Jokic is great enough to cover on that end. He needs help defensively. They could use another Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon type player out there more consistently who's just worried about doing the dirty work defensively. If they can find a consistent Peyton Watson next season, it will allow them to reach another level. Do you guys agree? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below immediately.